There is a place way down in the Southern Hemisphere where the scenery will steal your heart and the wind will knock you off your feet. It sounds pretty intense, and it is in all of the best ways. This season on Destinations, we are starting things off with a bang in one of the most epic kite spots in the world, Cape Town, South Africa. My name is Crystal Vaness, and welcome back to Destinations. Cape Town is the home of the Red Bull King of the Year, and it brings what feels like the entire community here to kite in the peak season. Kiters come from all over the world to chase their big air dreams and to kite with the legends of the sport. In this episode, you will find out everything you need to know about kiteboarding in Cape Town, including the windy season, launch spots, riding level, style, and more. So let's get into it. Cape Town's windy season is in their summer, which goes from about November to March. And the best months for consistent wind are December through February. Now the wind here is quite strong. It can blow anywhere from 16 to 35 knots. And this isn't like 16 knots like you'd expect in Mexico or the Caribbean. These 16 knots feel a lot more powerful. Think 20 knots plus. And in the evening, sometimes wind can be gusting to over 50 knots. So you'll want to come prepared for a wild ride. On a good windy day, you can expect that famous southeaster wind to blow from sunrise to sunset. And on a day when it's not windy, you are in South Africa, so there is plenty to do off the water. Now, I've been speaking about Cape Town so far, but that's mainly a point of reference because the launch spots here are actually in a place called Blouberg, which is 20 kilometers from Cape Town Centre. Now, Blouberg is a beachfront city in Table Bay, which has 3 kilometers of clean beachfront to ride and a lot more beach upwind and downwind of the spot. With a nice side-shore wind and clean breaking waves, Blouberg is prime for downwinders. From Dolphin Beach at the top to Kite Beach in the middle to the Doodles beachfront at the bottom, you are in for some thrilling sessions here. But watch out, because in high season here, it can get extremely crowded on the water. You will be fighting for right-of-way with wave riders that are going downwind, hacking waves, and big air riders that are jumping 25 meters high and 100 meters downwind. And of course, beginners that are getting rolled around in the waves in the shore break. This spot is not for the faint of heart. Let's talk a bit about riding level. So this is one of those kite spots where the learning conditions are not exactly pleasant, but if you can learn how to kite here, you'll be able to cut it in any other kite spot in the world. Luckily, most of the kite schools in the area will take you up to Langeree to learn in more comfortable conditions before unleashing the full power of the Atlantic Ocean on you. We will be visiting Langeree in a future episode in the series, so stay tuned for that one. For those intermediate to advanced level riders that aren't used to riding and in what are sometimes extreme conditions, this spot can still take a few sessions to get used to, but once you've got the hang of it, it is the most extreme kind of kiteboarding fun. There is a reason that most of the kiters that come to Cape Town keep coming back. The riding styles that are most suited to this spot are free riding, big air, and waves. And that's big air, and big, heavy waves. You can freestyle here, but it's easier on lighter wind days when the swell is small. And foiling isn't really ideal in this area, but there are a lot of spots nearby that make good foil conditions. Weather here can be all over the map. So on a sunny day without wind, it can be quite hot, but near the ocean you get a nice sea breeze. When the sea breeze turns into gale force winds though, it can be very chilly. So come prepared for cold nights and wind blasted days on the beach. The water temperature here though is quite cool because this is an Atlantic Ocean kite spot. So most riders will want a 3-2 wetsuit, although if you get cold easily, a 4-3 would come in handy. For the thicker skinned riders, you could get by with a shorty or spring suit, but there's nothing worse than being cold when you're getting pummeled by the waves and dodging sharks. Just kidding, I've never seen a shark here. Now let's talk about the dangers of kiting here, because there are some. A lot of kiters come here and can't handle the conditions. When the wind is thumping and the swell is huge, it is downright scary. And I've been kiting in Cape Town for well over 6 months, and I still get nervous on the big days. there is a point in kiting where it's okay to take a step back and stay in your comfort zone. Especially because on the craziest windy days here, it's a lot more fun to be sitting at Papalolos across the street watching the pros go huge than it is to be trying to stand on the beach when your kite's dragging you downwind. Even on the average windy day, it's not just one thing to watch out for here, it's the perfect storm of things. When you combine way too many people on the beach and in the water, with super strong wind and 2 or 3 meter waves, it's a recipe for kite tangles, heavy crashes, and some scary seconds under the waves. Kiting is very much a way of life in this spot, with kiters coming from all over the world and locals racing to get back from work on a windy day so they can get a session in. That means there are tons of resources for kiters here. There's kite shops, kite schools, and kite repair services if you need them. While it's not exactly tropical bungalows on the beach, you can find beautiful vacation rental apartments and houses on the ocean looking over Table Mountain. Solo travelers will want to check out one of the many kite guest houses which are designed for the traveling kiter to unwind after a crazy session. A trip to South Africa and kite sessions in Louwberg, it is an unforgettable experience. If you would like to find out more about travel to Cape Town and kiteboarding in the area, you can find a link to the detailed spot guide in the description of this video or by clicking the I in the corner. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. The team here at MacKite works hard to bring you quality kiteboarding content every week. If you have any questions about kiteboarding in Cape Town, leave us a comment below or send us a message. Thank you for watching, and we will see you at the next destination.